Hi guys, what's up? Jeff here with what's up fitness. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of my half-hour amazing middle-aged man workout. What we'll do here is I'm going to demonstrate the exercises and stretches really briefly in a rapid sequence for you, and then I may, depending on how much my will flags, I may also do the entire exercise routine so you can do it at home with me. Here, let me just, hold on. Oh, that's my arm. So, okay, so this is a bunch of exercises performed with relatively poor form, stolen from a couple of other exercise videos that I will link to. I won't link to, I'm just gonna send you emails. But I put them together into a routine I do every morning while listening to a podcast. My two tools are, I put a 30-minute overall timer on here after I do my warm-up, which I'll show you in a second. And then I use a 45-second timer on my watch. This is a watch, it has a timer. And then I can, then you do each of these exercises for 45 seconds. Some of them you do 45 seconds one side, sometimes then 45 seconds on the others. Okay, so don't forget to like this video or like stab it through the heart or whatever the thing is, and let's go. So the first thing is warm-ups. I have many problems with my shoulders and hips, so I'm going to warm those up. So one exercise I really like is you take your arm, you kind of twist it, you pull it up behind you, you follow it with you don't hit the lamp, you follow it with your hand all the way back, like with your head, sorry, okay, and then you put it back. So it's basically, one like that, one like this. It stretches out your back, it stretches out your shoulder. I don't know, it seems to have coincided with me having less back pain, so I'm ready for it. Okay, I do about 10 of those on each side. Then I just do shoulder rolls, 10 one way, 10 the other way. Then I do 10 on each side of arm swings backwards. Again, I'm just speeding this up for you. And then 10 forwards on each side. Then I do my neck, nice slow neck rolls, 10 in each direction. Then I do some stretches. I put my arms out like this. There's something to do with nerve flossing. I don't know. Anyway, you lean your hands back a little bit. You stretch your arms out. There's a nerve that goes all the way to your fingers. And you're going to turn your head and look sideways and hold it for 10 or 15 seconds. The other way. And you're going to do the same thing with your head like this. Side, get the neck stretch. Get the other neck stretch. Down. Up. So that's my shoulders and my neck. Then, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this properly, but let's give it a try. You're basically just going to really rotate your hips, and this is a good one for embarrassing the ladies in your family. And you're going to do 10 each way basically, and you're going to feel that here on the sides. It's amazing. Okay, so that's that. There are a bunch of other warm-up exercises you could do that I don't tend to do, but that's what I do in the morning. Then now we're into this is where I start my 30-minute timer, and this is the sequence of exercises I do for 45 seconds each. And I'll just do each one for about 20 seconds, and I'm guessing, or for 10 seconds, I'm guessing the camera's going to fall over at some point. So the first one is kind of silly looking, and it's also really just a warm-up. Hold on, you need to be able to see me better than this. You need this over here or something, but that's really difficult. We're just gonna not probably ever edit anything out, but in theory, we could edit this out later. This is not helping. Hold on. What's he up fans? I know this is difficult for you. You can see I've been training my teeth as well. All right, so what if I do this like this? How's that gonna work? Is that gonna give you, no, that's not gonna help at all. But if I could make it go like this, it sure would. So we're going to use the magic of I don't know what to make this happen. Maybe this will help somehow. I don't know. Oh yeah, you can kind of see my legs now. Okay, so the first exercise for 45 seconds, it looks ridiculous. I call this the splayed chicken. So your arms are going to go back like this and kind of pinch the shoulder blades, and you're going to kick your heels to your bum. So basically you're just going like this. I am a funky chicken, and you're kind of doing a bit of a half squat as you go down. Just 45 seconds. This one's not really going to get your heart rate up that much, but it's going to sort of keep on warming up your hamstrings or whatever. 45 seconds. The beep goes off. The next one you do is jumping jacks. Or if you want, you can do those silent jumping jacks where you're just stepping out and doing a bit of a half squat. The next one is going to be dropping down, touching the ground. So you know you've got to get that good form. You've got to get your butt sort of out, your lower back straight, and you're going down, touching the ground. You can go up if you want. You alternate hands. And this is basically about a deep squat, like not all the way down. I don't know if you're going to be able to see here, but basically down low enough to touch. 45 seconds of that. You're going to do some imaginary jumping rope for 45 seconds. Partway through that, you can start kicking your legs up or whatever. Then you're going to do squat jumps, like you're just going to come down into a reasonable squat, not too deep, and then you're going to jump up as high as you can. This one always gets me super out of breath for 45 seconds. Then you can do, so I sometimes alternate. You can also do, so this is a great one that I stole from a video. So what you're doing, you're going to do 45 seconds on each leg, and you're going to do a reverse lunge. So hopefully you can see this. And then you're going to stay in that reverse lunge. You're actually going to lift that leg up, sort of like into a kick like this, then go back down again into the reverse lunge. I don't go that deep, but like in the videos they go down to a deep one. I have a sore butt, so I don't. Then you come up into a hip thrust thing. So it looks like this, down, kick up, down again, hip thrust. And you do 45 seconds on each leg. So then you alternate to the other leg after 45 seconds. Down, swing up, down, kick up. Always with the straight back, and the whole thing with your knee not going past your toes. All that sort of thing. After you've done those, another one, sometimes I do this one earlier actually, is where you do like basically high knees with a little hip, with a little hop. So like this for 45 seconds. After you've done all those, you do this thing where you're going to basically be balancing, and you do this one on both legs as well, so twice. You're balancing on one foot. You're going to come down until you're into like sort of an airplane, and you're going to come back up again. You can do this kind of slowly. It's good balance. It also is working your hamstring. So all on one leg for 45 seconds. Then you switch to the other leg. Down and up. And you're trying to keep your back straight. And you're trying to get your arms kind of like pinched, your shoulder blades pinched together a little bit as you go down there. So you got those done. Now you're going to work on your side a little bit here. So there's this thing called a skater squat, where you're basically, so again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see here, but you're squatting down, but you've got one foot like leaned over behind you to the right, and you're squatting down. And that sort of works the side of your hip on the squatting leg a bit. So you could just do 45 seconds of those on each side. But what I do is this thing from some woman's video where you go down, then with the same leg that you were just working on, but now so you switch feet that you're standing on, you do a side kick. You hopefully don't hit your computer. And you do, so what you're doing is you're doing 3 of these curtsy lunges or skater lunges, and then you're doing 3 kicks, always on the same leg for 45 seconds. 2, 3, and then maybe you're going to fall over if you're me. And what that's doing is it's kind of exercising this part of your ass. Same thing on the other side. Here, I'll give you a side view in case that helps somehow. So, and I'm probably doing terrible technique, but you can watch other people's videos. Another thing you can do before you switch to some stuff on the floor is the same thing, but you're doing curtsy lunges side to side. So I'm going to have to do it kind of this way because of the room, but basically you do a curtsy lunge, you jump over, and you do another curtsy lunge. So you may not be able to see this very well, but I'm kind of hopping back and forth doing this curtsy lunge for 45 seconds. I'll try it this way. I don't know if it'll work too well in this room, but like curtsy lunge and then hop over curtsy lunge. 45 seconds of that you can do. Then you sort of scratch your head and think if I forgot anything while I'm standing up. And if not, you can move to the floor for a bit. So we'll see how well this works. So one exercise that's good. Now I do this with often with I do knee push-ups, granny push-ups. I'll demonstrate it without though, but I usually do knee push-ups because it hurts too much otherwise. So you get into a plank position. Okay, you go into downward dog just for a second, and you come down back into plank. So I put my knees down. You do a push-up. So you downward dog, back to plank, push-up, plank, downward dog. You do that for 45 seconds. Okay? When you're done that, I do this one leg exercise that is good for hips. It's helped me stop pulling my hips. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see here, but your knees are kind of bent at 90 degrees. You're supporting your head, and you're exercising this leg. What you're going to do is you're going to get this leg up a little bit. You're going to actually twist it inwards. You're kind of rotating it in as much as you can, and your foot as well. So the whole leg is kind of twisted in, and then you're lifting up as hard as you can doing leg lifts, and you should feel the burn just right here, and you're keeping the leg twisted inwards the whole time. There's some muscle that often gets underused in your hip that by doing this, I do like 24 on either side, you're activating that muscle, and it stops you from, it stops you from pulling your hip. So twist it all the way in, and then lift up as high as I can 24 times. So I'll do that. Then I'll do, what are these called? The bridge. So sometimes I'll often do the bridge with my toes up because some physiotherapists told me that way I'd be activating my glute. A lot of this seems to be about your bum, which is underused. So anyway, you can do it regular way too, but basically the bridge, hold it for 45 seconds or do a few like this. You want to make sure that you're using your bum for this. You can actually clench your bum when you're doing it, apparently. So 45 seconds of that. Then I'll do a quick, either like this kind of crunch for 45 seconds, or maybe I'll do this kind of crunch for 45 seconds, just to get some more of that. Then I'll do my second round of these things here, because they're, because you're supposed to do 2 sets for whatever reason. Then I'll go back to a similar thing to that last one where you're doing push-ups, but this time you're doing plank, push-up, go down, do a Superman, so where you're lifting your hands up and you're lifting your legs up, squeezing your butt maybe, and then push up back into plank, down, Superman, plank, down, Superman. So push-ups and Superman basically. I'll do those. Then I'll get into when you're on all fours in like 90-degree position, you know, you can see this. And so there's this thing called a dead bug. No, pointer, I don't know what it's called, but basically where opposite hand and leg go out straight, you try and keep your back neutral. You don't want your back sort of twisting back and forth. You're trying to keep your spine very neutral. If you had a roller on your back, you'd want it to stay put as you did this. So you're kind of like 45 seconds of holding it for 2 seconds or maybe 5 seconds. And this is stabilizing your core in some amazing way that I don't totally understand. So you do 45 seconds of that. And then you also do the same thing, but this is actually more about your butt muscles. So you're going to keep both hands on the floor and you're going to lift a leg up. So you're going to make it straight like this, down again, or sorry, no, straight, and then up, and then down. So straight, up, down, straight, up, down. You can really feel it in your butt. I think the videos I'm watching, people are very concerned about having their buttocks in good shape. So anyway, you keep on doing that. 45 seconds on each side. Then I'll do a side plank for 45 seconds on each side. I keep my hand up, sometimes I put it down, but side plank. So I'll do 45 seconds. Then I will do kind of like a Superman, and these are all yoga moves anyway, but basically this time, so buttocks, tense, legs, flat, just your back is going to be up, and your neck, you try and keep it somewhat neutral, so you're not like this necessarily, and your arms are twisted sideways like this, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, and you're holding this if you can for 45 seconds, or if you need a bit of a break, down again, and then up. And you can also do this where your arms are like this. And so again, you're trying to keep your shoulder blades together, your neck a little bit relaxed, so that's kind of hard. But this is all about your back. And apparently every time you do push-ups, you should do one of these type of back exercises as well. So I do that for 45 seconds. Then I start trying to remember what else there is left to do. And I might alternate a few things. I'll often do some burpees, you know, the classic. So jump up, down, into the plank, push up, back up again, hop, jump. I'll do those for 45 seconds. I usually do mine with granny push-ups, to be clear, because of my shoulder. So I'll do those. Might do another back exercise again, like with the same one. And then I will get back up on my feet. And so there's a few things that I might end up doing here besides just the burpees. One is, there's this weird one where it's like you do ballet play, so you get your legs like pointing outwards. You have your legs, you try not to fall over, but I fall over. You're like this, and you're actually just doing calf raises. So I don't know if you can see what's going on here. You try and keep your pelvis tilted, and you're doing 45 seconds of calf raises. That's surprisingly hard. Another one often is this thing where, which you do on either leg, where you put your hands up like this. Well, sorry, you get down into a reverse lunge position, so you can kind of see where I'm at here, hopefully. See if you can actually see all this. Knee 90 degree, leg back, and then you'll just basically bring your foot back but keep in this crouch, so the leg, I'm on my left leg, I'm always in this 90 degree position, and basically this is just burning the heck out of your ass. And you can alternate. I don't think I had the arms wrong at the beginning. And my shoulders aren't flexible enough, so I'm going out like this, but you should be going like this if you can. And you do 45 seconds of that on each side, and holy God, is it ever hard by the end of it. So you do your 45 seconds of that. And then at some point, usually my 30-minute timer has gone off, and I say, okay, great, I'm done. But if it hasn't yet, a couple other exercises that kill me. You know, you can always do some of those again. Oh yeah, and then here are a couple other ones that I do that I find quite hard and quite good for you. So one of them is a mountain climber. So you're in the plank position and you are going, one foot goes up, and then so you should be hopping, or sometimes if I don't want to get carpet burn, I'm just sort of putting a knee up and down. And I find this totally brutal. And after 45 seconds, I'm always barely able to keep on going. So that's a good one. And sometimes just regular plank as well on your elbows or on your hands. And then another one that I will alternate with for the instead of the side plank is I might do this one where you're going here. So you're in a plank on your elbows. You turn over, up, turn back, up, etc. And you do that for 45 seconds. You can also do that one like this, so from a sort of push-up plank, and then just sort of open your body up, twist your feet over. And then there's a couple other exercises that these women do there's variations on this stuff, but anyway, that involve like sort of a side plank. But there's one weird one where your knees are bent at 90 degrees, your elbows underneath your shoulder. It's called the clam, I think. And you basically lift up, so on your knee, your elbow, and you open your legs, and you go down. And it works out here a lot. And it's super hard. I can't always do 45 seconds of that. And that, I think, is about everything I do. And at the end, if I'm feeling like it, I might do some stretches. But not that many. And you know what? Actually, instead of showing this to you, I'll just let you figure this out. So yeah, and that feels totally awesome, doing that for half an hour. So until next time, I need to sign off. Whatsy, whatsy, up, up. Someday you too can have the elbow muscles of a bureaucrat.